Dude, I ran too far.
Dude.
I ran too far.
Man, Trump.
Dude, this is crazy.
Dude.
So basically, Israel and Iran are in a scuffle. 5 days in now.
A bit of a kerfluffle, yeah. Between
Iran came at them with some attack at the beginning.
No, Israel attacked first, of course.
Jesus Christ, of course.
Yeah, be careful, dude.
Whoa, what was that? Okay,
that will earn you the fatwa.
Whew.
You know. By the way, I saw Hassan Minhaj recently.
Yeah.
I was at the thing I was at, and we were chatting. He was like, "How is Usama's really close to getting a fatwa out against him?" And I was like,
"What?
Actually, he is." He's like, he needs to calm down, man.
Yeah,
He's
Hassan
gonna get
thinks
fatwa'd.
I am an actual animal. He thinks I'm like some feral beast.
I know he did go like, "You all are ungovernable." I was like, "We're trying to be more governable right now. We really are."
Hey, how about you govern us? And if you govern us, we will do anything you want.
Yeah,
please.
Yeah.
Please govern us.
Govern me, daddy.
Please govern me, daddy. City minister, me. Israel, obviously. Sorry. Whoops. Aggressor. So what happened?
No, the Israelis, I think Trump was about to do some negotiations with Iran. Jesus. And the Israelis were like, "Fuck that shit." And then they just went and bombed
some stuff.
And then went and fucking, look, you can hate on the Israelis as much as I'm very often torn between absolute revulsion for them and then a little bit of admiration.
Because they're just so out of pocket.
Dude, they're out of pocket and then they don't miss either. Yeah. They did the pager thing with Hezbollah. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude.
People are like, you missed when you hit the kids. I'm like, no, they were aiming for the
kids.
They're
not doing shit from movies. They're doing shit from video games. You know what I mean?
I'm sure it's like the drone foot guy is just some guy with the PS4 controller just playing,
Their first strike took out like a bunch of scientists, a bunch of generals. It was just like, dude.
Bro, they're doing stuff that's like Tom Clancy wrote in a novel, like the beepers in Lebanon. That was, first of all, insane, horrific, and my 5-year-old dream.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell?
It's like they've got the fucking Inspector Gadget over there in Mossad.
Dude, it's too crazy. It's all horrific. But it's like, in a video game when you get the primary objective, then you get all your secondary?
Yes.
They got the secondary on live.
I know, dude.
They got the high achievement Xbox Live going crazy.
I know, dude.
They got the Twitch streaming.
I know. They're maxed out on all the skill trees.
Jesus Christ.
Like, it's really, it's like, it's hard not to look at them and be like, those N-words are dialed in.
They're dialed in.
They are dialed
in. And again, they are
in.
truly an ethno state of destructive proportions.
Yes.
I mean, they are ruining people.
I was like, people are using beepers still?
I know.
Bro,
that's their L. That's the Hezbollah L. Like, well, I guess you had that coming, dude. I don't know. Like,
it's a tragedy, but it's also, I guess, a thinning of the genetic pool that we need to.
They're still using
your fucking electronics, man.
Next, we'll get to the Blu-rays.
But dude, in Iran, apparently, this is how fucking dialed in these motherfuckers are. They set up factories in Iran for the drones that they unleashed in Iran.
Oh my god.
How insane is that?
These guys are too crazy.
Like, how insane is
these
that?
guys, to be honest, these guys have been ready for a battle forever.
Well, they've been trying
because
to do
they
it
know
for a while.
like, we've been messing with you guys forever. We've been fucking y'all over. We know we're doing some evil shit.
Yeah.
So let's just get shit ready.
Yes.
It's like anime level, bro. It's anime level. It's like, how we got you. And the guy's like,
I know. And now people are mad at Trump, right? All the MAGA people are mad at Trump because he's like basically like co-signing what's happening.
Yeah.
And basically implying that the U.S. is going to get involved and help Israel out.
He's coming in. He's like,
but he's
will they, won't they?
I mean, it's like he's going to do it. And people are like, how could he do it? He's betraying. It's like, dude, you don't understand. The Israelis are the preeminent power in the world, okay? And let me just show you one other thing. Netanyahu's like, hey, first it's Tel Aviv, next it's New York. And that's not him guessing something. He's making a threat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He gave Trump, when he came to New York, he gave him a golden pager. He gave him a golden beeper as a gift.
Oh, God.
And you're like, ha, 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 funny, right? Funny, good joke. Yeah?
I will say this, Israelis, some of the least funny people on earth.
Which is weird because Jews in general are hilarious. Yeah.
It's like the two spectrums are funny as Jew and Israeli. It's like, what happened in between?
I know.
Jesus Christ.
Because in Israel, they're too consumed with being masculine. You know what I mean? And being like tough.
That's what it is. Also, it works both ways for black people too. Black Americans, some of the funniest people on earth. Congolese people, not that many jokes. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you had to go full Congolese, bro. I don't know if you had to go full Congolese. We could have just gone Nigeria, just touch the outer crust. You know what I mean?
That was a little out of pocket.
Because now we got to talk. I don't want to talk about Congo. I don't want to talk about Nigerians. No, they're just too studious or whatever.
I dipped myself into a different tragedy.
Sudanese. Like, no.
You're right. You're right.
You're right. Africans who are having some fun.
I could have chosen a lot of them. I could have chosen Liberia, Sierra Leone even. That's not in the news anymore.
Actually, no, they're not actually. It's hard to actually But, dude, the Israelis,
they've killed way more Iranians than Iranians have killed Israelis.
No. But
right?
like the social media war is heating up in a big way. And the Iranians are like, we told you not to mess with us. And it's showing them, they've got some good hypersonic missiles or whatever. They've got some good footage. But I'm like, dude, the only reason we're not seeing what's happening in Iran is because y'all don't have the same... You have more of a media firewall.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I'm sure things are getting cooked up.
I mean, Israel, you would say, has too much media. They got like every video of every teabagging officer on a corpse, you know? LOL. And that has made them hated across the world because we've all seen this IDF stuff. But Iran, it's like, Iran, but let's not forget, Iran is a pretty totalitarian, intense government itself. Yes. Let's not... the Gen Z brat politicos are like, Iran is brat. It's like, Iran is not brat. Iran is not brat. Don't forget Iran is dangerous too.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tough thing, right? Because on the one hand, it's like, as an American, you're like, I don't want my country always being manipulated by this other smaller country into doing stuff.
Right.
And then on the other hand, I look at Iran and I'm like, oh man, this used to be Persia. You know what I mean? This used to be the shit, right? So it's like, I mean, obviously you don't.
Bro, what happened, bro?
It's like you just want everyone to lose in one of these kinds of situations.
Bro, they used to just make carpets. What happened?
Used to be famous for rugs.
It was just carpet place.
Poets. Fucking Xerxes.
Darius.
Xerxes daddy.
The Sassanids,
What's his name? Cyrus.
All
those guys.
Bassam Shah.
Is he? Maybe he's.
I don't know.
He's Kashmiri.
He's Kashmiri. But I guess that's
I got my
in that same area.
mixed up.
But yeah, man. I mean, seriously, it's like I feel like some of these guys are still trying to go back to the Achaemenid Empire. Like, hey, look, we're still got it. Look at us. It's like, geez, can we also stop bombing stuff?
Yeah.
I will see those videos again. It's horrific, but like seeing a rocket and like another rocket come up and meet it in the air and blow. What is this?
That's some like ZTV Mahabharat shit, though. Have you ever seen the ZTV Mahabharat?
Yeah,
it's amazing because every time they're shooting arrows, magical arrows, and they meet in the middle.
In the middle. My mom loves those shows, dude.
Yeah.
Which never end. I'm like, what is season 75 of the show?
It's an epic, bro. It's an epic. Okay, they don't do miniseries in India.
It's the real One Piece, man.
Everything's magnetic. It really is.
It's crazy, dude. Dude, it's like, again, most of me is like reviled by war, but like a small part of me is like, this is insane to see on screen. Like,
it really is.
The most insane human systems are being put against each other. And we're at a level I didn't think was even possible. I'm like, a rocket goes and just blows up another rocket?
I know.
How does that? What?
Dude, it's crazy.
But a lot of people are cheering against Israel, obviously, because their PR has been so bad for so long at this point.
Well, they've been doing a bit of an ethnic cleansing. So, or a bit of a bit of a genocide.
Bit of a spotter. And
I got an ad on YouTube yesterday when I was just watching my regular Antiques Roadshow before I go to bed. It was an ad for the military.
Joe?
Wait, what?
So I fall asleep every night watching Antiques Roadshow. It's very soothing.
Trying to slide that in like it's a normal
thing. Like it's not
thing.
the weirdest, stupidest thing ever.
I love that. An ad for Israel's operation in Iran. Like just like a propaganda ad.
And what is it?
Just like, hey, look what we're doing. And they just like showed like the missiles going in.
I think Israel thinks like they must hate at least Iran more than us. And it's like, no.
They're so crazy, dude. They are so crazy. It's like they have no limits, dude.
Oh, it really is crazy.
They have no limits.
It's like they have the biggest brother in the world, and no matter what, they can just pop off because my brother's got me.
Yes.
No matter what I say. Yes. It's a country that knows that America is the bitch.
Okay, but listen, that's the thing. Is like, this is why they're crazy, is because it's like, it's not just Big Brother. It's like, they run our shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we are not a sovereign country. We do what they want us to do.
But is it like, why? I mean, why? Why?
I don't want to get into that for YouTube reasons.
Okay, fine.
It rhymes with Shrepri Shrepstein.
You think Netanyahu was like the main guy? Shrepri. Sheprin Shepherdtash.
That's the name of probably a different pedophile, actually.
Shepri Sheptin. Jesus Christ, man.
But dude, I mean, like, it's hard not to be like, okay, there's no other country on earth that is so internally aligned as Israel. You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like this is like when Japan was going in, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, when they were just like killing shit, beating Russians up, owning everybody. It's like, I guess ethno-state, when you're doing it in the singular motion,
it's probably a vibe.
Probably a vibe.
Like, this is like a,
whoa.
You know, it's like playing God of War.
You
or
look like
something.
me. You look like me.
Yeah,
I'm racist against that guy.
I know. It's like you're playing on easy mode. You know
what I'm saying?
mean?
And it's like that's what Sweden was. Remember, happiest place on earth, and then one Turkish guy showed up. They're like, "This is disgusting." I'm sad. I'm depressed all of a sudden. But it's like ethno-states, when they're all in agreement, seem to be like, "This is a party."
Yes.
This is an absolute party.
No, it totally is.
Problem is the party involves ending someone else's party.
That's because for Israel, everything for them is a huge get back. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're like, for 1,000, 2,000 years, y'all pogromed us, y'all genocided us, y'all did this, y'all did that. It's like, now we're going to get ours.
You know,
and they've completely reshaped the reality of that region.
I think
completely.
I think Jews, of course, have had some rough times.
Yeah.
When no one's going to say no.
Yeah.
They've had to get back in America by getting a lot of money. They've got into businesses. Mm-hmm. So the Jews in New York obviously aren't as angry a lot of times. The Jews in America, like they are in business. Their get back is like, I look at all this. Like I'm in a business. I have money. Israel doesn't seem to have that doesn't seem to be enough for them in terms of like their get back. They're like, no, we have to actually create.
Well, that's because they want total. I think, and I'm trying to step into the shoes and trying to analyze it from their perspective, right? So this isn't an endorsement or anything like that. But it's like when you are constantly, from a very young age, always inculcated with the idea that you are an endangered species that has been hunted throughout history and is constantly in the danger of being genocided again, that does something to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for them, it's not enough to just like have a state that's there. They need to have a state that is completely and totally sovereign and completely safe. In order to have that kind of safety, that anxiety essentially transmutes into their desire for total and complete domination of their neighborhood, right? And which they have achieved, right? And they've done this through various ends, diplomatic ends, right? Vis-a-vis the United States, right?
Yeah, this is all true.
Like everybody wants to talk about what's happening in Palestine, but nobody ever really wants to bring up the fact that they're surrounded by Arab countries that have not lifted a finger to help those people in Gaza.
Right.
You know what I mean? The Iranians are the only ones who have, and that's why the Iranians are on the chopping block right now.
Right. Again, it was like a bunch of Palestine was getting owned, and then Saudi was sending like some Johnson & Johnson cards like, hey, good luck out there, condolences. Yeah. Open, there's like a $20 bill inside from your grandma. It's like, it was brutal, man. It's brutal. And it was tough to see because like, man, if even the Muslims are coming through, it's like, Jesus Christ, y'all are really on your own. And you're absolutely right. I think it's like they're the big dogs. Whatever Israel wants, happens. And then like Iran has its own like, no, we're awesome. Yeah. And they came at him. Lebanon got rocked.
Lebanon got big time.
Lebanon.
Big time.
Definitely.
I mean, there's no more Hezbollah, pretty much, right? They completely just eradicated them.
Decimated them. Jesus Christ.
Insane. It's insane.
Yeah. And they don't even need America on that one. That was just like.
Well, dude, did you see there was a 60 Minutes? There was like a 60 Minutes interview with a Mossad agent, and he was like, in the dark, silhouetted, voice changed, and he basically was quoted as saying, he's like, we're like producers of a movie, and the whole world is our stage, and we get people to do and act exactly how we want them to. Oh, yeah. And it's just like, bro.
You know what I never got about those? When they have those like when they just change the voice, it's like, couldn't someone who know your shape of your head and be like, that's Rick, dude. That's for sure Rick. Right? I never got how that actually worked in terms of like.
It depends on how good it is, right? There's definitely some where it's like you could see the guy's mustache and you could see he's balding, Like they didn't do that good a job,
And the guy's watching his own face like, okay, I gotta go. Jesus Christ. I always thought that was so
Let me
funny.
see if I can pull up that clip. It was wild. When I saw that, I was just like, holy shit.
It doesn't blow my mind. I
was like, these guys are really Mossad 60 Minutes.
Mossadinists, man.
Dude.
They're going in.
I mean, they really
I really don't know how it's going to pan out. Obviously, like, as effective as they are on the ground, it seems like public opinion in the world is just so against them. It's like, do they even care?
They don't care, dude.
They don't care.
They don't care. Here it is. Ready?
Well, obviously, they didn't know that they were buying it from Israel. Who did they buy it from? Or I think they were buying it from?
We have an incredible array of possibilities of creating foreign companies that have no way being traced back to Israel. Shell companies over shell companies who affect the supply chain to our favor. We create a pretend world. We are a global production company. We write the screenplay. We're the directors. We're the producers. We're the main actors. The world is our stage.
That's pretty creepy.
That is just so insane.
But he has very unique shoulders, and I know someone would know who he is.
Is that you, Yossi?
Hey!
Yossi, what are you doing?
Yossi,
take that thing off your head.
Back here.
Bro. I play shuffleboard with that guy.
I know his shoulders anywhere. That's terrifying, obviously. Jesus Christ. But also, I don't think that's also unique or surprising is like the idea that dark forces are over us that are controlling what we see. Mm-hmm. If it's not Israel, it's someone else. It's not blowing my mind that it's someone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but dude, I don't know any other. I mean, the CIA maybe used to have that kind of swag, right? But like, the Mossad is insane, dude. And just what they did in their first sortie into Iran of just completely, basically decapitating their whole general staff, taking out the nuclear scientists, taking out their lead nuclear negotiator, which is just like, hey, no, there's no talking.
Well, they took out the main guy, then they replaced that guy. They took out that guy too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just keep taking out the next, you know?
Jeez, they cut the ribbon and he's like, goes home. And
the only person left is like the intern, you know what I mean?
And he's like,
Exactly. I think I'm going to go into marketing, actually. Sports marketing. That's a good business.
On the roof. My favorite Broadway play. Matzo ball soup is delicious. Please don't kill me.
And I mean, I don't know. And look, this is the effect of Mossad. I can see it taking hold where I'm just like, actually, these are the masters and commanders of reality. Like, maybe you just need to accept it, you know?
That is scary and very dismaying. But, you know, like what Bush thought Saddam was doing, these are actually doing, you know, in terms of the abilities, you know? So it's very scary. I wonder what's going to happen. I have no idea. It's like, what the hell? Are they going to subjugate Iran, or are they... Trump's going to come in at the last second and be like, all right, let's broker something.
No, I don't think he has that power, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think he has that power. I think he was trying to do it, and then the Israelis were like, nope, we're going to go do it.
Jesus Christ.
And they knew that they had enough pull in the United States, in Congress, right, in the MAGA movement, to be like, no, we're going to...
Do you think Iran has the ability to really hurt Israel? Do you think like Iran has like a fully automated nuclear warhead that's ready to go?
I mean, look, the whole point of this whole thing is that everyone on the other side is like, they do not have a weapon, weaponized nuclear program. So they don't have a bomb. They don't have a bomb. It would be pretty wild if they're like, we did have a bomb after all, everybody. You know, and then flew it in on a magic carpet.
Out of L.A. From a used car
dealership. No, and a white Mercedes. You know.
Hey guys,
all the LA Persians are like Zionists.
Yeah,
they're all like love Israel.
They love Israel. I know, because they hate Iran.
Because they hate
so
the
much.
mullahs,
No one hates Iran more than an LA Iranian. Oh my God.
I know. That's been the interesting thing is that like you don't see a lot of Persians in the U.S. being like, oh fuck Israel. They don't like the Iranian.
They hate Iran so much. Our friend Lily's dad hates Iran. Hates Iran, and it's like they don't forget those. Like Iranians don't really forget a grudge. Like 70s, it still like happened like yesterday for them.
Yeah.
They're very angry, but oh God, that's scary, dude. That is scary.
I know.
I don't know what. New York is a hub, dude. It's a motherfucking hub.
I know.
All right, we're day 2.
I know. But the other funny thing is that everybody's like, oh, now there's going to be a false flag to make sure the United States gets involved. And I'm like, please don't, just don't. Don't do it. I live here. Don't.
Please don't.
You know?
Also, Israel doesn't need any false anything. He doesn't go like, hey,
I saw the funniest fucking meme on earth. Hold on, I gotta show you this. Okay. This meme is hilarious. You probably saw I posted it on IG.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I know what you're gonna show me.
Let me just see it. Okay. Here we go. Here it is. It's for a game show called
the
Who
Kevin
Wants
James.
to Do a False Flag? It has Benjamin Netanyahu, whose head has been superimposed on the Kevin James
meme.
of King of Queens meme, where his hands are in the pocket and he's grinning. But it's Benjamin Netanyahu's face. And then they decide to make this a high cross hybrid with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but it's Who Wants to Do a False Flag. To drag the U.S. into war with Iran, you will attack a U.S. ship, assassinate a U.S. official, attack a U.S. base,
and then
conduct terrorism on U.S. soil. Yeah, I don't know if we can see
It's
this.
pretty much a perfect meme. When I saw that, I loved
Really?
it. It's really good.
Just combining
It's really good.
putting Kevin James in there, like, is so crazy.
It was absolutely a perfect meme.
It really
When I saw
is,
that, I was like, this is an absolute nothing, no notes whatsoever.
The Kevin James, dude. I'm sorry.
He's dying. It's okay.
I literally started dying when I saw that. Like, I didn't have anything funny to add to it. All I could post is like, this is funny because it's Kevin James and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Oh, dude.
You get there, buddy.
Dude, it's so good. It's really so good. Like, I feel like it's so good that only Mossad could have come up with that.
It is. You think the Mossad has like a bunch of meme people in a
Dude,
mountain somewhere?
they're so dialed in, man. They're so dialed in that it's just like,
yeah.
you know, doing beeper operations, just decapitating motherfuckers left and right.
I would not be surprised if there was like some sleeper cell Jewish comic or something in America. It's like making memes for Mossad or something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, once we go into the Patreon, I'll name the comics.
Yes. They're at Reggio Cafe, you know, making some. Hey, you guys get the Venmo? Venmo request for my meme. Yes, thank you so much.
Dude, they are nuts.
It's gnarly. It's very
nuts.
gnarly.
It's hard not to just be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's video game level.
It's very,
This
very
is like
intense.
GoldenEye, you know?
It's very intense. I mean, then you also realize, because they're so like precision heavy with the kills, you're like, oh, y'all could have maybe used that for the Gaza too, but no, it was about blowing up some kids, wasn't it?
I mean,
it was about getting some kids in there in the mix, wasn't it,
dude?
Jesus Christ.
Totally nuts, dude.
Very, very scary.
Totally nuts.
At a loss, and under the Kevin James.
Yeah, just like, we love you, Israel. We love you personally. We're just talking here. We're just speculating on stuff.
We're just talking. Everything's very scary, and please, guys, don't bomb New York. That's all I ask. I like the bagel shops here.
I know. Zoran is not going to be mayor. We promise. Okay.
If that's what it takes.
If that's what it takes.
Even though I love him.
Yeah, just.
Buddy, go back to your halal cart. I don't care.